Hello and welcome to graphic.com.gh. From the Graphic Online TV newsroom, we bring you the news in brief. In Afriyie in the Volta region, the family of Linda Eto'o, the 39-year-old caterer who died at the Central Afriyie Hospital in April last year, has sued the medical facility for medical negligence. The family is seeking 4 million Ghana cedis in general damages, compensation for loss of life, upkeep of surviving son, and funeral expenses.
On April 11 last year, Linda Eto'o went to the hospital because she was not feeling too well. She reached there with her son around 4 a.m. and were met by two nurses on duty who requested that they deposited 400 Ghana cedis before she would be attended to. Linda offered to pay through mobile money transfer, but the nurses said electronic transfers were against the hospital's policy, insisting that the son should go out of the hospital to look for a mobile money merchant to withdraw cash for the payment. The pleas of the sick woman and a 19-year-old son could not convince the nurses to accept mobile money payment for her treatment, leaving the patient unattended until she passed away. The lawsuit comes after a preliminary investigative report by the Volta Regional Health Directorate of the Ghana Health Service, which identified institutional lapses, including unclear directives, lack of guidelines, weak monitoring, and over-reliance on locum staff as the causes of Ms. Eto'o's death. The report, which was based on a petition of the family of Ms. Eto'o, who petitioned the president and other agencies for justice, has therefore recommended that the management of the hospital take immediate steps to engage the family of the deceased through a credible intermediary to assist the family in bringing closure to a painful loss of their loved one.
The European Union has awarded a grant of 32 million euros to support vaccine manufacturing and the pharmaceutical industry in Ghana.
The grant was made possible under a program dubbed Special Measure on Manufacturing and Access to Vaccines, Medicines and Health Technologies in Africa, MAV+. The grant, which was signed during a two-day Ghana-EU Business Forum in Accra last Wednesday, will help to establish an ecosystem to train the needed skilled workforce, strengthen research, and develop capacity. It will also establish the necessary regulatory system, continuous support for the Food and Drugs Authority, the FDA, facilitate technology transfer, and build bilateral and multilateral partnerships for vaccine and pharmaceutical production in the country. The Deputy Director General of the European Union Commission, Miriam Ferran, who signed on behalf of the Commission, expressed satisfaction over the agreement, stressing that it will help strengthen the country's healthcare sector and increase access to quality health products.
Mobile money, commonly known as Momo, could serve as a common currency for Africa. The Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has proposed. He was addressing challenges associated with the intra-African trade at the African Prosperity Network Interoperability Symposium in Accra today.
When in 2018 we decided to introduce mobile money interoperability, it was the first of its kind on the continent because we were doing mobile money interoperability not only amongst the telcos, but we were looking at interoperability between the telcos and the banks. That is the unique feature of Ghana's mobile money interoperability, and therefore everybody came on board, and that really has allowed Ghana to have the fastest growing mobile money market in Africa, but also to be the #1 in Africa in terms of access, financial inclusion. And so I think that this is something that other countries can learn from, and it's very, very important. So when we think about scaling up mobile money interoperability to the entire continent, I believe that doing so will get at the benefits of a payment system without necessarily having a common currency. The idea of the common currency, which came in 1963, has really been overtaken by the digital payments age. That today you can think about the mobile money as a common currency if we make it interoperable. We don't need to have that common currency before we get the benefits of the common currency that we have been talking about since 1963. Making mobile money interoperable allows our citizens across the continent to trade seamlessly.
And in politics, President Akufo-Addo says the Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ticket was excellent for the new Patriotic Party's election 2024 campaign. President Akufo-Addo spoke to journalists after the official announcement of the unanimous endorsement by the National Council of the NPP.
The NPP has an excellent ticket, and we're going to win with this ticket in 2024, 7th of December. That's the news. That's the news.
How's the feeling?
The feeling is good. The feeling is good. Well, they make a very good pair, and they're going to win.
And in the world of sports, Eto'o Fils, the president of the Cameroon Football Association, has been fined 200,000 United States dollars by the Confederation of African Football for manipulation and violations of football ethics and integrity.
Eto'o was under investigation for alleged offenses, and although the CAF disciplinary committee did not rule on his alleged match manipulations, they determined that Eto'o, who is considered as one of the most decorated African footballers of all time, breached ethical standards when he took up an ambassadorial role with a betting company, 1xBet.
For more news, please visit our website graphic.com.gh and read more about the construction of the electric vehicle charging stations in various parts of the country as part of the preparation towards the introduction of commercial electric buses in Ghana and the Asantehene's planned historic visit to the Ogua-Fetu Afashe in September. And please also follow us on social media at Graphic Online Ghana on TikTok, Daily Graphic Ghana on Facebook and Instagram, and Graphic GH on YouTube and X. I am Enoch Dafa Frimpong.